This is very important information. None of it is an advertisement to take your money. So that fireplace effect that we hear in every episode, let's just turn. I'll just turn on the fire here.
It's a fireplace.
That is a fireplace that you're hearing.
It's a fireside chat that we're having between us and you, the listener, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Okay, you're going to hear some current event talk in this episode that is not current.
Yes, we recorded several episodes before we went live. So if you like what you hear at all, please support us on iTunes by just giving us 5 stars so that more people know that we're out here shouting into microphones.
Yes.
Also, well, you can talk about this because I hate this.
Jim hates this part of the show. You can vote for your favorite idea that we came up with in each episode. In the show notes, there's a survey link, and we will, maybe, at some point in time, do a bonus episode based on the winning idea.
Finally, if you have anything you want to say to us, anything at all, hopefully it's nice things. But even if it's not, if you have feedback for us, hit us up on any of our social media platforms or on the email. You can email us at doyouwanttomake.apodcast@gmail.com.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, @doyouwanttopod. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you, and we hope you enjoy.
Enjoy. I love you.
Bye.
Except hello, because now the show's starting.
I kind of like a million, though.
Oh, a million?
Yeah, a million ideas.
Do you want me to keep it capped or no? I won't be offended if you say.
It's a dealer's choice. But
I don't like that.
But here, look at this Lego. Oh man, you gotta look from the beginning.
Whoa!
Right?
That's pretty cool.
Lego boat getting built and sailing through the sea. Stop motion. That must have taken days.
Eons.
Weeks.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm gonna link to that in the show notes. It's fucking cool, man.
Hey guys, look at this cool thing.
Guys, look what I found on Reddit today.
What are you, a grandma?
Show me a grandma that goes on Reddit, and I will be in love forever.
I was just saying, like, as someone who shares things on the internet.
That's all. Okay, so that's all I do now is go on Reddit, find things funny, and share it with people who proceed not to look at it. But
that's true. You do that with me.
I do, right?
Sometimes I look at them and I go, huh. And then I keep going.
That's more or less it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I just like, it feels good to share things with people, and I like...
That's true. Yes. Sharing things is very good.
Like a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of...
Hey, Joe Gobley.
Hey, Jim Bloss.
Do you want to make a podcast?
Yes. Creative juice flowing. Yeah. Ooh, that seriously does feel good. Like, I feel it. It's like a drug.
Are you feeling it?
I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
Feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
I'm feeling it. It's my favorite drug, the creative flow.
Wow, you sound like such a artsy hipster.
There. So let's start there. Okay.
Yes, bring me
I have
your
ideas. I have a running list of ideas now on my phone that just like in the wee hours of the morning, you know, like when I came up with sea lion, tree lion.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So I have an idea, in quotes, the words, those artists.
Go on.
Well, you kind of started that conversation saying I sounded like one. So we could either do a podcast about those artists, which would kind of make us those artists to do such a thing.
That's true.
Or we could pretend to be a certain type of artists. Yes. Sip our coffee, our free trade coffee.
Yes. I'm feeling the creative juices flowing.
Or is that just the Starbucks? Oh no, they wouldn't touch Starbucks. But is that just the? Is that the
free trade? Colombian grown
French press.
Press. Yes.
That's it. A French press podcast.
Yes.
If I made it through a few episodes without killing myself, that would be a good podcast. But I'd probably kill myself.
Yeah, and it's a little pretentious. I think the only thing more pretentious than being pretentious is pretending to be someone pretentious.
Pretentiously.
which is what we just did.
Yeah, we're terrible. We're awful.
But
we're
I mean,
garbage.
the other idea is cool, where we go up to those artists, the quote unquote those artists, and we just say, "Hey, man,
hey,
what you working on? How do you what is your creative process? How do you get those creative juices flowing?" I don't think we've hit it, Joseph.
I don't like that one very much. Let's hear an idea from the Jim side of the table.
Okay, hello.
What's on your mind, my man?
Welcome to my side of the table, where we don't have quite as concrete ideas. We're loosey-goosey, in the air.
That's good.
I would like to talk to you about something that I love. Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, yes, the Dungeons and Dragons.
Nerd alert! Here we go.
Are we going to...
Geek check!
Are we going to talk like this?
No, I hate it. I hated it. I hated it the second I did
Sorry,
it. I was
Mother
like,
Russia.
I was like, oh, I did a thing that I don't like, so I'm going to stop. Let's talk about Dungeons and Dragons.
Go for
Dungeons and Dragons. It's fun. It gets a bad rap sometimes, but it's coming back in a big way. There are already a lot of podcasts that play Dungeons and Dragons. So we don't need to do that, obviously. But do you know what one of my favorite parts of Dungeons and Dragons is?
What, Jim?
And it's something that you don't get to do very often. For those of you that don't know, Dungeons and Dragons, or really any tabletop role-playing game in general.
Yeah, Mom, you don't know what this is.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
You sit around in a circle with friends or enemies. It really could be anyone. And you basically tell a story together. Mm-hmm. It's an act of collaborative storytelling when it's done the way I like. Mm-hmm. So you have somebody that's in charge, kind of guiding a few players along, and the players say, hey, I would like my person in the game to do this. And the game master or dungeon master or whatever you want to call them, or the boss, says, okay.
Bloss, or the Bloss.
Yeah, that's me. Says, okay, roll this die and see if you did it. And then you roll it, and they will either say, you did it, or you didn't do it. But that's the most boring way to say that. It actually is fun and flavorful. Like salsa.
Ooh. I like
both the dance.
Tim did a little dance there when he said salsa.
Both the dance and the delicious food that you put on chips. But my favorite part of Dungeons and Dragons is not something you get to do very often, because you start a game and then you play the same game for a long time. Especially if you're like me and you don't get to play very often. Single tier. So my favorite part is the part of the game called character creation.
Yeah.
Where you start your game and you say, I would like to make a person that does these things.
Huh.
Because you get to basically make up a fun character and, think about cool things that they can do. Like, are they really good at stabbing people in the back? Can they use magic? Are they sneaky? Are they strong? Are they cute? Are they ugly? Are they big? Are they small? Are they long? Yeah. Are they tall? Are they prone to fall? Started rhyming there at the end.
Ooh, I'm rubbing off on you at long last, yes. Jim.
So, I would just like to do that over and over again.
A podcast about just creating D&D characters?
Creating D&D characters.
But not playing D. Okay, that's good.
No, I mean, we can play with them at some point, but I just
like creating characters.
I just like creating characters and coming up with silly backstories for them.
Okay.
And I have recently roped you into playing a game with me.
Oh, I went willingly, but
you went willingly, but I demanded it.
I'm pretty sure I was like, "Hey, I want to play soon."
Oh yeah, and I was
you didn't rope me at all.
That's true.
I wanted to play.
That's true.
I still do.
But you have a very fun character. Would you like to share it very briefly?
Oh man, yeah. So I play. See, and you're actually have to help me, Jim, because I'm a noob, and 00B is how you spell noob.
And we actually are playing not Dungeons and Dragons. We're playing a system called Pathfinder, which is like Dungeons and Dragons.
I know my mom was like, "Wait a minute, are they playing D&D or Pathfinder?"
Yes.
Good thinking, Mom.
But they're basically, if anyone who is hardcore listens to this, they'll get angry when I say they're basically the same thing.
If we still have listeners at this point, I'm impressed.
Way to go.
Go us.
Thank you so much. I love you.
Whoever you are. Yeah, so I play a halfling cleric?
No, you play a bard.
A bard. Oh, I'm a halfling bard. Halfling means like a hobbit.
Yes.
Means
Hobbits trademark though, so they can't call them hobbits.
Yeah, like Frodo or Elijah Wood for those who really don't watch Lord of the Rings. And if you don't watch Lord of the Rings and you're listening to this, I'm sorry. You've probably already left. But
I'm even more sorry.
But yeah, I play a halfling bard whose name is Bongo Baggins.
You did name him Bongo Baggins.
And the way he gets around is by standing on this giant drum.
He does.
And he maneuvers the drum so to the point where he's just like bouncing up and down on this drum as he makes his way throughout the land. And I've like decided that the drum's name is the Comber Psalm, Psalm. Comber Psalm drum. Like cumbersome drum.
I love that.
So that's my wordplay.
I love that.
Yeah, I think there's like a lot of backstory to explore about how he came by the Comber Psalm drum.
Yes.
Yes.
See,
I don't know.
And
what
now you've fallen into my trap.
Yes.
Because what I really wanted is to know more about the backstory of Bongo Baggins.
Oh, is this a Bongo Baggins episode now?
It can be.
Okay.
But I mean, yes. But this is what I want to do. Let's take Bongo and let's find out, how did Bongo come across his drum?
His drum. Oh my god.
The Comber Psalm drum.
The Comber Psalm drum. Where do we begin? Well, I believe Comber would have to either is either a location or like some sort of religious sect, right?
Okay.
Yeah, let's say it's a sect.
Okay.
So Bongo Baggins. Bongo Baggins was a wee lad. This just shows how little prep work I've put into my character.
Trust me. And I'm going to throw some shade right now. You're still better than one of the other people we play with.
Oh, good. There's only 2 other people we play with.
I know. And one sent me a novel about his character. And the other one I have asked at least 10 times. Like, hey, can you tell me anything about what they've done?
And you know what's great?
And he will tell me nothing.
I could see
nothing.
I could see either one being either person in this scenario.
True. It's true. And I'm not throwing names because I love them very much. But we can talk about that. I'll take my answer off the air.
That's great. So Bongo Baggins was a wee lad, and I think he grew up around tall people.
Okay.
Yeah. He was like the not like the token halfling. There was a few other halflings around, but he was the only one that really wanted to mix with others.
So now let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Was he raised by halflings then?
Yes.
He was.
Yes, he was.
Okay.
He was raised by halflings,
but in a predominantly tall person.
In a tall person environment. Yes.
Like around humans and maybe some elves.
So like
probably mostly humans.
So like the halflings were like. The only way they made their living was like doing things that the tall people were too big to do, like get things in hard to reach places. And
okay.
And Bongo loved it because it got him to go like all these places he never would, like on shelves and standing on chairs, and he got to enjoy being up tall, like riding in an SUV. He was like, "Ooh, I love it up here," right?
Okay.
So Bongo Baggins is going in the local, would it be priests or clerics? I don't know.
They're the same thing.
Yeah, so we'll call them the Combermen, right?
Okay.
Some local Combermen contracted Bongo to come out to help them clean some crawl spaces, probably,
Right.
Because they just like cleanliness is next to godliness, and they wanted their place to be clean.
Yeah.
So Bongo's there, and he's helping out, and he decides to go above and beyond. He's one of those workers who's like, I'm not just going to do the bare minimum. I'm going to like find things to do, right? He crushes cleaning out the crawl space in like 20 minutes. He's got the whole day left. And gosh darn it, Bongo's just that guy who he could just go home and take the day's pay, but he wants to do more. And it gets him into some trouble.
Oh my gosh.
He starts cleaning high to reach places. He's like,
oh no.
Why can't I? Why not me? Right? And so he goes.
Yes, Bongo, yes.
Yeah. So he's up in the rafters. Bongo is cleaning up in the rafters.
Okay.
Right? He's like whistling while he works. Like total Cinderella man doing his thing. And he's. That's Cinderella, right? Snow White? I don't know.
Cinderella. No, you're right.
I'm not.
I mean, Cinderella was like forced to do it because she was.
A willing Cinderella half man, is up in the rafters, and he falls.
No, Bongo, no!
As he's falling, he lands on his feet, but it's not he's not steady. He's like, whoa, what am I on? And he's on this giant drum. And without meaning to, he's just kind of kicking his feet. And he starts moving, and you just hear like, boom, boom, boom. You know, like you hear what you would expect to hear. And the Combermen come out, and they're just like frozen. They're like, holy shit. The chosen, like chosen one, Neo, Harry Potter, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Bongo riding the cumbersome drum is like, it's blowing their fucking minds, right? And so they just start like worshiping Bongo.
Nice. Okay.
Bongo Baggins goes from halfling nobody, like, crawl space sweeper, to
rider of the cumbersome drum.
And the Combermen worship.
Can we call them the Cumberbund?
Jim, I am so happy you said that. Because I've just been feeling like I've been coming up with silly wordplay ideas this whole podcast.
No,
and I'm just so glad that you're finally taking the plunge with me.
Sometimes I do witty wordplay.
Well, it's not witty wordplay, but like that to me is so delightfully cringeworthy. And usually,
it's terrible.
And usually I make cringeworthy puns and you cringe. And you say, Joe, that's cringeworthy. But now we're together.
That's the whole point of this thing. Where you can make stories that are kind of silly like this, right?
Yeah.
Or you can go the other way and you can make something kind of more dramatic if you wanted, right?
Yeah.
And we can go back and forth and there's no, and if one sucks, we just say, put him in the garbage. Or her. We should make some female characters. Not enough people make female characters.
That's where I'll leave it for now. But that's how Bongo Baggins came by the cumbersome drum.
I love it.
Yeah, that would be a good podcast. Not just about Bongo, but a bunch of different characters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You say...
That's good.
You like...
I'm going to write it down.
It's like, hey, do you want to start with... you can either say, hey, I want to make an elf, and my elf is a fighter. And first off, why would you do that? Why would you make an elf a fighter?
Ooh, someone's a purist over here. You have very strong opinions.
Well, I mean, they just don't get any...
Legolas was a fighter.
No, Legolas was a ranger.
He fought. Legolas...
Yeah, everyone's a fighter.
Not everyone is a... No.
No, I'm saying if you were going to put a class on Legolas, you would probably make him...
An archer?
There's no archer class in Dungeons and Dragons, idiot.
Okay. Thanks, Barretts and Beretta. If anyone gets that reference, email us.
So yeah, that's my idea. I've had that one in the chamber for a while.
Yeah.
Because I like it a lot. Maybe we'll actually do that someday.
Make characters? Or make
on a podcast.
Yeah, okay. There's always the option to click in the show notes and vote for your favorite idea, and we will keep tallying. And one of these days, we'll do one of those podcasts.
We have to release an episode first.
Hey, okay. At this point, we haven't released any episodes, but by the time anyone listens to this, we gonna have a following of people.
A girl can dream.
We can. Yes. Yeah. Screw gender norms. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Bam.
Fight the patriarchy.
Fuck that. Well, no, I agree. Fight the patriarchy. Fuck that. Fuck the patriarchy.
The patriarchy is stupid.
So dumb. Okay, so more ideas.
Yes, give me your next genius plan.
This is a podcast.
Okay. I would hope so.
About Myrtle the turtle.
Okay. Okay, first off, Myrtle the turtle is like something that people use.
Is that really a thing already?
I think so.
What? No. Really?
Dr. Seuss had Yertle the turtle.
Okay. Because I just have these ideas.
I swear to God, very recently I've heard someone say
Myrtle the turtle.
Myrtle the turtle.
All right. Well, we will table Myrtle the turtle. She'll be our table friend. She'll sit here on us with the table.
Hi, Myrtle.
Hi, Myrtle. She's so cute. Look at her.
I'm Myrtle. This is me, Myrtle the turtle.
I didn't know she could talk. This is really cool.
Of course I can talk. What are you talking about?
Wow, and she's a fast-talking turtle. This is really cool because you imagine that they talk slow, but Myrtle, you seem to talk fairly fast.
No, the reason I move so slow is one, I got this giant shell, but two, I'm moving so slow, my brain can move so fast.
Myrtle,
I got fast brain.
Myrtle, you like the idea of a podcast named Sea Lion, Tree Lion, don't you, Myrtle?
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
I have not heard that before, but I love it.
I thought so.
Sea lion, tree lion. Man, there are so many different ways to spell that.
Oh my God, this is the best.
What kind of sea? Are you lion? Are you SEE lion? Or is it a sea lion like in the sea where I hang out?
I didn't expect to I often make fun of The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, but I just said Myrtle the turtle and
here I am.
She fucking appeared.
I am here. I am Myrtle the turtle.
I just put her into
Myrtle.
The universe.
Wow, it's so nice to meet you. Oh, thank you. You too.
Oh man, she's so fun,
isn't she? Wow,
great.
Yes.
Okay, so she's part of the podcast. That's not even a thing we need to make. Myrtle is now with
Myrtle's
us.
just here. Hell yeah!
And all her turtleness. So great.
And I ain't going anywhere quick, so...
That's funny because she's a turtle.
Yes,
that's
correct. Yeah, that's why I said it.
Oh man, Myrtle, you're like the wittiest host we've ever had.
Yeah, Myrtle, you're great. Oh, thank you.
Okay. Geez, I'm just like, I'm a little intimidated by how good Myrtle is at hosting
I'm so
this podcast.
disappointed that Norman the Floorman never came on. And we've never had any sea lions on or tree lions.
We haven't. Norman the Floorman is an actual businessman in New Jersey in the tri-state area. So I don't want to.
That's true.
I don't want.
Yeah, we don't want
to like
slander his name.
Yeah, well,
any more than we already have.
Well, I guess I was just saying he'll come on when he feels it's the best for his business. I guess
I can give him a call.
Oh, Myrtle, So how long does it take you to place a phone call, Myrtle?
About 6 months.
6 months. Okay, well, Myrtle, next time I suggest you just use Siri. You could.
That's a good idea.
You could get a hold of anyone pretty fast.
Why didn't I think of that?
So it's fine, Myrtle. We're a team. So that brings me to my next idea.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure, Myrtle.
Am I ruining the levels of the recording of this podcast?
Myrtle, bless your heart. The levels for this podcast.
You can be honest with me.
I am so fucked. The reason it takes a while to release these things is because I have a field day with trying to get the levels right for this podcast because we're only using one microphone right now. So it's complicated in post. So no, Myrtle, you are not ruining the levels any more than they've already been shot to hell.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
But you're so cognizant, and that's so nice.
Yeah,
of you, Myrtle.
Thank you so much for being just so thoughtful like that. It's my pleasure, boys.
I am such a shitty person compared to Myrtle the turtle.
Yeah, Myrtle, you're just the most thoughtful turtle I've ever met. Mostly because you're the only turtle I've ever met. I've never met another turtle that could talk. I am one of a kind. That is correct.
All right, okay. One last idea I have, unless, Jim, you have any pressing ones you want to throw out there?
No. I have not added to my list recently because I'm a bad boy.
Oh my. Like bad boys, like Like Bad Boys the film?
Yes.
Oh, great. I'm just glad for that image. So, a few weeks ago we discussed, which I think would make a great podcast if you'd do it, staring at food with Orlando Bloom, right?
Yes.
So
yes. Oh, yes.
So
working our way through the Cheesecake Factory, man.
Yeah. So in the wee hours of this morning, I was having a dream, and Ian McKellen was in the dream. Sir Ian McKellen. What a dream! What a great time.
Just when you think we can't talk about what's that movie you like?
Lord of the Rings.
The Lord of the Rings anymore.
Can we ever? So Ian McKellen's in my dream, and I don't remember much except things would happen in the dream, and he would just give this like judgmental side eye of disapproval of whatever was happening, and I'd be like, okay, yeah, Sir Ian doesn't like that, so we're gonna do this instead. But that got me thinking about every time I see Sir Ian not in Lord of the Rings when he's in an interview, he's rocking a really cool scarf.
That's
right?
true.
Okay, so roll with me here.
Okay.
Sir Ian has one of the best voices ever.
Okay.
Great for podcasting, great for an audio form. So a podcast titled Sir Ian McKellen Describes His Scarves.
Okay.
And he's just coming, I'm not even going to pretend to do, because I can't do Sir Ian's real voice. I can do like his Gandalf voice, but him just like pulling a scarf out of his closet and telling us about it. It would cater to the audience of people that would just listen to Sir Ian McKellen say anything for any amount of time, which I'm assuming is quite a lot of people.
Yeah.
Myself included.
Myrtle, what do you think of that? I think that sounds very soothing.
Myrtle, I knew you would like it.
It is certainly an idea. An idea, yes. I don't know how much. I mean, I'm sure that he has like a considerable collection of scarves, Sir Ian.
Yeah,
but
they're usually silken too. Like they're not functional scarves. These are scarves.
They're cravats.
Are they?
I don't know. I don't really know what a cravat is.
He wears a scarf the way someone would wear a cravat.
X.
Yes. Scavats.
Yes. It's definitely, I mean, it would be very interesting. I'm just trying to build off of it. Where can we go with that?
That's the thing. I think that's for Sir Ian to decide when he decides to honor us.
We need to call his people. Myrtle, can you hit up Sir Ian McKellen? Yeah, give me some time to get my smartphone so I can talk to Siri. It's in the other room.
Great.
All right, so I guess we'll talk to you, what? Like 3 months. Give me 3 months.
We'll hear back from Myrtle and Sir Ian McKellen in 3 months. Great. And you know what's, Jim, I gotta eat my word. You know how I always mentioned the audio program I use doesn't show a timer of how long we've been recording the podcast?
You're a liar who lies.
It totally tells us. Yeah, so
I figured.
It looks like we're at about time.
Yeah. So Myrtle, why don't you go get started on those phone calls? Oh, okay.
Great.
You got it.
We love you, Myrtle. Thank you.
Yeah, Myrtle, thanks so much for coming. Oh, it's my pleasure. Anywhere you say my name, I will be there. That's how I appeared this time.
It's terribly convenient.
That's true. We said Myrtle the Turtle, and lo and behold, there you were.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I wonder, what other ideas I have that will just
just manifest?
Yeah.
You know what? There's only one way to find out.
For people to tune in next week.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
But let's debrief very quickly.
Okay.
So we talked about those artists,
which I feel kind of bad about,
and we got a little stuck up there. So I don't think that's the right way to go.
No.
And then we talked a lot about D&D character creation and a podcast devoted just to making characters and never playing with them, which would be the one downfall of that podcast.
It's a very us idea.
Yes. And then we interviewed Myrtle the Turtle. Mm-hmm. She was delightful, but she's starting to leave. Yeah, that's right. I'll talk to you later, boys.
Yep. Don't turn around, Myrtle.
Thanks, Myrtle. You're good. You're good. Don't come back.
Don't come back until you're coming back.
I forgot that every time you say Myrtle the Turtle. Yeah, what's up, Roberta?
Jesus.
Oh no, she came back. Oh jeez, we need to stop saying that.
Okay, so
Gosh.
Myrtle, don't come back until. Well, that sounds so mean.
Myrtle.
But until,
Myrtle, can you turn that power off so that way we can say your name and you won't and you won't come?
Oh shit! She disappeared. I guess it worked.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe right. I guess it's kind of like you need to both say her name and you need to want her to be here. Because I mean, every time I said it this time, I wanted her to be here because I've just enjoyed her just so damn much.
Myrtle would not show up any place she's not wanted because she's that fucking considerate. She's not the turtle we deserve, Jim. The turtle we need.
She's the turtle we need.
All right. So you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and as soon as we fix the stupid Facebook error at Do You Want to Pod, you can email us doyouvantopod@gmail.com.
No, that's wrong. The Gmail address is doyouwantomake.apodcast@gmail.com.
Right.
But follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook at Do You Want to Pod. Okay. The Facebook has been a little bit on the fritz, so we might make like a bit.ly link or something to get there.
Or, again, Facebook might be gone by the time this airs.
Yes, or
I kind of hope it is.
The Russians will fully hack Facebook and just erase it from the planet.
I hope Facebook is gone by the time this airs. And I'm not joking. Okay. This was an interesting episode. Thanks for listening, Mom.
Yeah, Mom. Thank you so much. I love you and everyone.
Love you, Mom. Bye.
Bye, Mom.
Bye.